Hello, hello, hello! It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How you doing this morning? I'm Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you are here today, joining me for our daily ritual, our daily habit, our discipline, our mental toughness conditioning exercise. That's what this is all about. Morning connection. It's for the mind. It's for the heart. It's for the gut. I'm just here to talk about things, to remind you of who you really are, what you're all about, that imagination, what you really want, and take on every single day with that sense of urgency. One step closer. Keep on keeping on. The beat goes on, and here we are. Accountability partner. Again, I'm just reminding you of who you really are, what you're all about, what you really want. Every single day we get together and give you some things to think about. In this morning connection and this mental toughness conditioning workout, I want to talk about how to be more balanced. How to be more balanced. We want so many things in life, right? You're working in this direction. You're putting your willpower, focus, energy, and time towards that goal, towards that journey. You want some feelings and emotions. You want to acquire whatever it is. All right, it goes this way. When it goes this way, you can't go that way. And then you say, hey, I need more of that in my life. How do you keep things balanced? Well, in this morning connection, I want to talk about how to be more balanced and a whole lot more. And, post your questions, your comments, your suggestions. Say hello. That's the great thing about doing this live. I get up every single morning at 3 a.m. To connect with you, to get in my mind, right? You help me do that. I hope I help you do that too. Thank you so much for the emails, direct messages. All right, how to be more balanced. I want to say hello to you, sir, right? So as we go through today's broadcast, I'm going to take the time to say hello to you. So how to be more balanced. Let me just tell you this. How to be more balanced. I'm not sure if I'm the guy who can help you be more balanced, whatever the hell that means. All right, you hear that a lot on the internet. I've said that to myself. Oh, how can I be more balanced, right? You want so many things in life, right? I've given up on that term of balance. First of all, it's relative. Compared to what? Compared to who? Balance, right? If you don't want a lot of things in life, right, it's easy to be balanced. You know, in my fitness world that I come from, some of the most, and I'm not sure when I was all hardcore, all right, and competing and writing and thinking about, the only thing I really thought about was bodybuilding. I want to be just great. I want to be off the charts, amazing, not just as a competitor, but I want to write and contribute and make it my living and my passion and my connection and travel the world and everything. I'm not sure if I believe for a moment that I was balanced. I was always hurting, struggling in other parts of my life. And I can more clearly see that now. But I was willing to put those things off because I wanted to be the best. I'm not sure if I ever professed my life was balanced, and you should do it like me a bit. But again, balance being relative, I see this a lot in the fitness industry. Is there's a lot of fitness experts. I mean, they're great, they're amazing, they're outstanding. Their bodies are anything but normal. They're extraordinary. They put an extraordinary amount of willpower, focus, energy, and time. They really should be commended for their effort. But where they kind of lose me sometimes is they go, well, you should have a balanced life like me, right? You don't. You should be able to do all this. It's just an hour a day of training or whatever they say. You can be balanced like me. And I'm thinking, are they kidding? Do they really think that is balance? And you know what? If it is for them, if you don't want a lot of things in life, all you want to do is train and eat and look amazing, and you don't want to travel. You're not necessarily concerned about your long-term future and everything that it takes for that. Relationships, connection, looking in your children's eyes. I mean, if you don't have that, if you don't want that, right? That's great, and you can put more into just a few things. Well, it's easy to be balanced when you only want to do a few things. It's easy to be balanced when you don't want to go off the charts with something. All right, so that whole balancing, a lot of people will profess that you should be balanced, but compared to what? Compared to how many things that you want? What level do you want to take it as? Going back to my competitive days. I mean, like I said, I wasn't even the closest thing to being balanced. Again, I never even professed to be balanced. Contest time. right? You spend all that time, if you know about that, getting lean, getting ripped, so much work, so much effort for that one day on stage. So, you go into the journey. Hopefully you worked really hard. You're proud of your efforts for weeks, for months for that contest day. And so, you kind of see like pretty much at the weigh-in. The weigh-in usually for national shows, it would be like a couple nights before the actual show. And, you take your clothes off, you weigh in, and then you can, kind of see who the competition is. The cream rises top. You can definitely see even when they're just weighing in, and then you start. It's going to be, you're going to have a lot of guys. It's going to have to wait till next year. You can just see it from the weigh-in, but you really can't tell from the weigh-in session, right? Then we get to the prejudging the next night, and that's where the show is really judged. And then you see who's really has a chance to win the whole thing. And then, it's usually one or two people in the class, and everybody else, it's not going to be their year. Regardless of how hard they work, how imbalanced, whatever they sacrifice or didn't sacrifice, it's not going to be their year, right? And that's the part that was interesting to me. Because, everybody would be backstage ready to do the night show, the evening show, what they all worked so hard from. They had that dream, that vision that hopefully they would win or do really well. And that's when the whole mindset, the whole attitudes would change. Because only the first top two who, could just kind of see, they still had their game face on. They came there with a dream, with a mission. They worked so hard. They were imbalanced to get to that goal or whatever it took. They were engaged. They still had those high hopes. And then everybody else, they said, well, I'm going to get third or fourth or 10th or whatever, right? And so, they were accepting their fate. They were a lot more casual. Some of them, ate up because they knew they weren't going to play stop high. Where the competitors that really felt they had a shot, they kept on focused all the way to the end. All right. Well, that's when it got relaxed and the mood started changing, and they would a lot of times backstage. Hopefully, I was one of those one or two just want to be the last man standing win the show. But that's when, again, the show isn't over yet, and then the competitors this wasn't going to be their year. They didn't have what it took. That's when the feelings and emotions, and they started lightening up, thinking about next year. Their journey was over, and they were accepting their fate. It'd always be where within an earshot, one competitor, because they could see how focused, how determined. They read my articles, so they may have followed my journals even, how committed, how imbalanced I was. And they would always say, that conversation within earshot would be how balanced their life was and how bodybuilding wasn't everything to them, right? And, and they got their, degree, they may have been 40 years old, they got a degree, or they were just really professing that, well, I'm not winning here today, but I have this balanced life. And, whatever we need to do to, whatever choice we made, I am not judging anybody. But, I used to write, because that would always happen. It's probably a relief, all that stress, all that, angst building up to the show. And I would hear that so often, and I would say, they don't give a trophy to the person who has the most balanced life at one of these contests, right? As a matter of fact, I love to compete with guys who try to do that journey on a balanced life, because I can tell you what, that they're not going to be competing with me, right? And so what does that have to mean? What does that have to do with being balanced? This morning connection is supposed to be about how to be balanced. I don't know. I think that a lot of things, and I learned a lot of things from mentors and coaches about that balance. You hear that all the time. Everybody strives for that balance. When they're going here, even when they're winning, they wish that they could put more attention here. And when they're here, sometimes they wish they over here. Hear that word about how to be balanced, Well, first of all, I don't even know how you can even measure that. You can compare person with so many different goals. All right. With everything, if you want the best things, especially now, if you just want to stand out, attention, I see, is the number one commodity in this world that we live in, with so many social media outlets, so many people addicted, so many people can turn on a camera at 3 o'clock in the morning and passionately give their message every day if they want to, right? The competition for the best things in life is stiff. It's steep. And although technology and social media may make it easier for you to present your ideas, your thought, your message, the value that you provide, the competition, so it's that way for everybody, right? You got to not only be persistent, resourceful, determined, creative, imaginative. I mean, you got to be good at what you do, and you're probably not going to be good until you just keep on keeping on. And that's what's going to take to grab people's imagination, their attention, the number one commodity. If you have a great message and you have a value to provide and you're passionate and you're energetic and you really believe that you have value to exchange, all right, the more people that you can attract, you can grab their attention however you may do it. And you may judge people how they get attention. They may not be the way that you would do it. But there may be something more behind it that you don't understand. Because I can tell you, if you have a message and it's great, and you're so committed, you are a force, and you want to share value, and whatever scale that maybe, if you don't get anybody's attention, you're going to be the best kept secret. And the more attention that you get, the more the good stuff you're going to get back and give to others. Attention is the number one commodity, and it's competitive out there for the best things. They don't just give away the best things of it. You may see people and you may think, well, they got lucky or whatever you may think. Everything, if you learn the backstory, when you go through the journey yourself and the more and more you achieve, there was a pattern to figure out. There was a code to crack. That the best things, there is a price tag on everything. Whether you can see that yet or have you gone through that journey, you'll find out when you crack the code. And you got to pay that price. Imbalance, I don't know. If you want to be really great, outstanding, have the best things, if there is that price tag to pay, I'm not sure if trying to be balanced every minute of the day in all these different areas of life, I think that may be the number one challenge that may be getting in your way. Right? One mentor, he really stressed that balance in life isn't like a day-to-day, a week-to-week, or even month-to-month type of journey. Meaning you can't have all these different areas of your life in the moment, in the current part of your journey. You can't have it all at one time. Balance needs to look back over time, bigger stretches of time, maybe a 5-year period of time. So like maybe for 15 years, all you thought about was bodybuilding, right? And you were so imbalanced. And you may have suffered in this area, but you were so focused over here. Well, now, 16 years later, people know you as that. People just meet you because you're maybe doing, I don't know, live broadcasts every single day. You're imbalanced this way, attracting a whole new audience. And there's so many men, right, who they didn't know me as the bodybuilder, but they can look back on the internet and it all plays its part to where I am today. And I wish I had more perspective, and maybe this has helped you. When I was in the grind, I had a kind of vision how maybe it all play out, but I didn't understand this about balance. Is that maybe you might have to go in the tank, in the cave for 6 straight months, totally imbalanced, right? Then you spend, I don't know, another 6 months just trying to work it all out, catch up in areas. But it might be like 2 years from now, all of that mastery, right? All that totally immersion to crack the code, to figure out the pattern makes you so amazing, outstanding, that it's time to be balanced later. Balance may need to be measured over a 5-year period or a 10-year period if you really want to earn the best things in life. So, so how to be more balanced? I'm not sure. If you're the type of man to watch this morning connection, if you're into personal development, if you want to be the total package, I think that whole little term or that goal of being balanced, especially in the short term, might be your number one challenge. So those are my thoughts, at least for this morning connection this time, on how to be more balanced. All right, let me see who is here today and wonder what your thoughts might be on how to be more balanced. Say hello over on Instagram. All right, we got Savon 8, The Call, Nutrition Natural, Z-Car, Arton, my Carrier course, always supporting, putting the links to my 12-week fitness transformation journey. Go to skiplecore.com/transformation. I'll talk a little bit more about that. We're going to be in balance for a while, so you have total mastery of fitness. It's mental, it's physical, it's emotional, total immersion to master your fitness at this age. The 12-week fitness transformation is specifically designed for older men with busy, productive lives. We may immerse ourselves in the process so heavily so we have it forever. And then fitness is just who we are. We felt in our body. We've worked through all the uncertainty. We know the training strategies, the nutrition that works for us. Have it for the rest of our life so we can live with more balance. But we have the fitness. We know the strategies and the mindset. Go to skiplecore.com/transformation. Fill out that questionnaire today. Let's talk this weekend. All right. If you ever want to talk to me, all right, go to talkwithskip.com. That's talkwithskip.com. Right? Click that link. Go to my scheduler. And 10 or 15 minutes over. There's things that you love about this morning connection. You want to reach out, maybe this personal, maybe you heard me talk once, twice, or 180 times about my one-on-one coaching that I'm so passionate to help you work on that balance or dig in and be in balance to achieve your goals, objectivity, perspective, accountability. Go to talkwithskip.com, schedule 15 minutes. Let's do this weekend. It'd be nice to talk to you. Definitely go to skiplecore.com/transformation. Fill out that questionnaire. I want you to go on my 12-week fitness transformation that's specifically designed for older men with busy, productive lives. It's a fitness transformation. It's a whole lot more. I want you to, our quest to become the total package. If you're watching this morning connection, probably the type of man that wants to be your best both inside and outside the gym, that total package that I talk about. Also make sure that if you love these morning connections, maybe you're new, over on Facebook at skiplecore.com, or you're watching me live on Instagram at skiplecore, but you could be from Twitter, you could be from LinkedIn, wherever. Make sure you go to the MANformation YouTube channel where you'll see all I've been doing this now every single morning. I think I don't know how many at this point. Every single morning I connect with you. I love these short messages, give you a little bit to think about as you start your day. You can catch up on everything that we've been doing here. And that's at the MANformation YouTube channel. So put at MANformation. My wife has that link down below. So make sure you subscribe. I want to see you subscribe to the MANformation YouTube channel. Again, that's where all these morning connections are. And there's going to be a lot more. You know, the personal development that's specifically designed for older men. All right. Arist, good to have you here. The Bradley Lee natives. Crispian and Rulzai from Malaysia. Good to have you here, sir. Highness is here. Highness the Beast. Hello, bro. Good to have you here. Joe Baltic is here. All right, great to have you here on Instagram at skiplecore and Instagram and Facebook. These shows, the produced versions, will always be on Instagram TV within a couple hours after we do this live show. All right, and let's see who is here on Facebook. All right, guys. Larry, good to have you here. Love you not like. All right, good morning, Larry. Good to have you here. David is here. Go to skiplecore.com, David, and punch in workouts. Also, if you want to know these MANformation workouts that are specifically designed, go to MANformationworkouts.com, David. MANformationworkouts.com. I've got this members-only website that is, it has training, nutrition, motivation. There's a lot of things absolutely free. Our special members-only website, MANformationworkouts.com. Fill out that questionnaire. Play all out when you fill out that questionnaire, and I will personally, I read every questionnaire. I'll personally issue a username and password for free, instant access, lifetime access into the MANformation Workouts for Older Men members-only website. All right, MANformationworkouts.com. David, and any of you driven, ambitious men who are a little bit older like me. By the way, if you're new to this show, then just about 57 years old here in a couple months. Proudly say that. Proudly step in to the power that we've earned in perspective at this age. So, tell you, I'm not sure if I'm the guy who could tell you how to be balanced in the moment, but that's what we're talking about, how to be more balanced in life, how to be more balanced in life. But again, if you want the greatest things in life, I don't know if balance is something that you can shoot for in the day-to-day, the week-to-week, even the month-to-month. You got to spread it out over time. You're great over here, then you come back, you're great over here, great over here, great over here. Build up that skill set, that talent, that mastery from total immersion and dedication. And then maybe when you get to a little bit more mature age, you got all those factors working for you. And that's when it's time to be balanced. Hopefully that's helpful. All right, guys, I always love checking. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I love to hear your takeaways, what you found most valuable out of this time together. There's a couple things that I do. And maybe this could be our discipline every time you join Morning Connection with my one-on-one coaching clients. Right, I have them fill out a form where I ask these very skilled questions before every single time we meet for our one-on-one coaching every single week. Right, and you can see this form, these questions. It might be good for you. Go to skiplecore.com/prepare. All right, and these are due 1 hour before my guys talk to me every week. It gives them clear focus on what they want. You can get more out of life when you know what you want. Just taking that few minutes gets me prepared on where they are in their journey, what they want. Because my job is get you what you want and a whole lot more. All right. So they come to every session. What do you want to get out of today's session? Right? You know what you want. Every situation in life. All right. And then as we end every coaching session, sometimes we cover so many things, but I'll ask, what'd you find most valuable? At least right now, in this moment, as we finished up the hour of coaching, what'd you find most valuable about today's session? All right, at least at this moment. But I don't have them fill out the form, and that form they fill out is at skiplecore.com/review. I make them sleep on it, let it marinate, and then from a different perspective, because it always changes, what'd you find most valuable about yesterday's coaching call? And then they submit that to me. Again, total immersion. There's nothing imbalanced about taking your life to the next level, and that's what this intense one-on-one coaching is all about. If you've heard me talk about it, you want some of this passion and energy. Maybe you're a little bit old. I specialize in get us physically, mentally, emotionally ready, all right, for every week. Work towards, we got more time behind us than in front of us. We got to take on that day with a sense of urgency. Something I always remind you for every coaching session. Well, if you every morning connection, I remind you. So send me an email at skiplecore.com. You can go to my website, read more about the one-on-one coaching. There's a form to fill out. Go to talkwithskip.com. Schedule 15 minutes to talk to me. No charge. We'll see if it's a good fit for you. Right? So many things to do to this common experience. Go to the next level together. I want to give you that objectivity, perspective, strategies, and accountability. Help you do that. Feel so fortunate that Steve from Australia, 66 years old, he went on my last 12-week transformation journey. He came to the San Francisco Bay Area just to visit, visited family, but I got to meet him. So we go through this journey together. When going on these coaching journeys, I consider you part of my family and forever. Once we go on these one-on-one coaching journeys, I've had guys coach with every single week for over 4 years now and running, 4.5, 5 years, right? Probably get closer to that. All the way to a couple coaching sessions to this 12-week fitness transformation journey. But once we go on this journey, we're brothers for life. So you're interested in any coaching package on, if you want some of this, maybe just a couple sessions, go to talkwithskip.com. Do it this week and go there, schedule some time. I'll talk to you. We'll see if it's good. It would just be nice just to talk to you. All right. That's going to do it today. Can you believe it? Like 2 minutes before I turn on the camera, I'm going to show up for you every single day. Sometimes I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but just a couple minutes before today's show, I had no idea what I was going to talk about. Kind of just focused, hey, I could talk about this. I had nothing to talk about. Can you believe that? All right, so, hey, let's take on this day with a sense of urgency. We got more time behind us than in front of us. We got to lean in. We got to take care of our bodies, work out, eat right, have that energy, not just physically look good, build muscle and lose body fat, but we got to take that on with a sense of urgency. Maybe we're going to be imbalanced compared to those other guys, but they don't want our level of greatness. All right, let's produce, right, our legacy. What is that thing you want? Do you want to write that book? Do you want to start your own live broadcast? Right? Do you want to have a new side hustle? Do you want to have a new job, a career? Do you want to take your business to the next level? Do you want to get a promotion? Well, now's the time to lean in and let's get that done. Now let's do that with a sense of urgency. Also love, connect, make that impact with a sense of urgency today. Remember, everything in life runs in patterns. Some are more complex than others. Some you'll get right away and think, I am so brilliant. Some, it seems like everybody figured out the pattern except for you. I feel this way a lot from time to time. What's wrong with me? What's going on? Why can't I figure out the pattern? It doesn't matter. Everything in life, your biggest challenges, even how to be more balanced. All right, it's just a pattern. Figure out your particular circumstance, putting all the pieces together. It's an empowering belief. Everything runs in patterns. You will figure out if you just keep on keeping on. If you need help figuring out the pattern, right? Objectivity, perspective, strategies, accountability. I want to help you. Reach out for some one-on-one coaching. Let's see if it's good fit. Talkwithskip.com. All right. Expect the best from yourself today. Expect the best from your efforts. Expect the best from other people. They will see your power. They will see your energy. They will see your passion. They will see the value that you provide them. Your powerful message. They will see. It's just a matter of time. How can they not see that in you? You are a force to be reckoned with. Have a great day.